Hundreds of migrants attempted to breach the border fence from Morocco into the Spanish enclave of Melilla last month. At least 23 people died. The migrants, mostly from sub-Saharan Africa, are desperate to reach Europe. Many arrive by boat on the Spanish Canary Islands, and Spain fears the pressure on its borders could be about to get worse. Ukraine is one of the world's top suppliers of grain. The Russian invasion has cut exports by around 2/3. The United Nations has warned that will exacerbate an already worsening hunger crisis in Africa. Europe is readying for a spike in migration.
We have been looking at whether there is more movement of people linked to the increase in prices, to the difficulty of these countries in accessing grain and wheat. And what we've been told is that for the moment there is not, but it is a matter of time.
Madrid warns that migration could be used as a pressure tactic by hostile actors. A resurgent Islamist militancy in parts of the Sahel is also driving migrant flows. Europe says Russian mercenaries from the Wagner Group are exacerbating the conflict.
It's very clear that the Wagner company is there and that there are foreign troops in several countries of the Sahel, and definitely it's not foreign troops what the Sahel needs. What the Sahel needs, it's development and stability.
Spain is seeking international help. In March, it struck a deal with Morocco to secure a clampdown on irregular migration. Critics accuse Madrid of outsourcing migration policy to a country with a history of human rights abuses. The Moroccan government denies those accusations. At last week's NATO summit in Madrid, Spain secured official recognition by the alliance of the threats emanating from North Africa.
Which is one of the greatest concerns for Europe and for our country. This is because of the instability and the crisis that come from this. Irregular migratory movements, terrorism, food and energy crisis, and the climate emergency.
Meanwhile, NATO and EU forces held exercises in recent days just off the Spanish and North African coasts. Residents of the Spanish town of Tarifa had a front row view of the drills.
It is a very unstable area. It is a ticking time bomb. You know what the Maghreb is. Anything can come of it. A war, conflict.
Spain insists it is not calling for any NATO intervention in North Africa, but instead recognition of what it calls hybrid threats. Many NATO members say the lesson from Ukraine is that the alliance needs to be better prepared for future crises. And here in the south of Europe, allies warn that instability in North Africa could be the next big problem.